Hey guys, my name's Chris and welcome back to Wolfenstein the New Order. So last time we found our friends, the Resistance, right in the heart of Berlin, fighting the good fight. And we helped them with Project Whisper. And what this was the planned theft of 3 German-designed helicopters. They are radar-proof and silent in flight, so nigh trackable, traceable, whichever one of those wants to come out of my mouth. So yeah, what we're gonna do with these, I don't know. Let's get in and check it out.
William, I could use your help. Could you come over here for a second? I found some interesting leads. This parchment describes a way to create a type of super concrete.
This is what the Nazis have used to build all these concrete monstrosities around here.
Yes, everything, even this place. This is the only concrete they used. This is how they created all those cities so quickly. Now that we know where it comes from, I need a sample of it for closer study. Can you look around here for a piece of exposed concrete that shows an outbreak of mold? It should be porous enough for you to cut me a sample.
Whatever you need.
Also, there was this encrypted list of Dat Yeshut members in Poland during the war. I need to compare it with the official German state records on Jewish citizens in the years between 1939 and 1945. Can you see if those records are in the archives room?
I'll get right on that.
And there's one more thing. It's quite critical.
What?
That'll be all. We can go now.
Tools. Oh. Mold infestation in Berlin. London, May 15, 1953. It's fair to say that there's some sort of poetic justice in this. Reports from our resistance friends in Berlin suggest that a new type of mold spore has started infesting structures made out of the super concrete used by the regime. It has started festering in the massive underground ventilation system and is spreading throughout the city. Friends of the resistance, this could be a major advantage for us. The mold seems to corrode the stability of the concrete, making it easier to destroy structures that are important to the regime in Berlin.
Mold invasion. Festering in the massive underground ventilation system.
I feel like we read that last time.
Mold detergent. They like to keep this area clean.
Perfect. Nightmare. This, I think, is another Wolfenstein 3D. Weird twitchiness in his hands. Don't know what that's all about. It's certainly giving me less ammo than the last game did. They take more shots to kill, drop less ammo, and fire a lot more. Hey. Bunch of Panzerhund parts.
There's a batch of mold. Need a circular saw to cut a sample. Gotta be some power tools nearby.
Max Horst?
Quite a fall there, Mr. Big Cheese. You're in the sewer system now. You will find your way back here if you have a look around, yeah?
All right, Klaus, back to work. This assessment is not going to...
Ooh, I want that. why I couldn't hit it. Pretty weird.
Welcome back, Captain Blazkowicz.
Howdy, Count.
What the damn hell are you doing? Science project. Well, you're scaring Max. Sorry, pal. Didn't know he'd flip out like that. That his son?
No. Well, kind of. I don't know.
So not his son.
Used to be Klaus had a son, born during the war. A miracle, he called it. They had tried for years to have a child, him and his wife.
Yeah, well, he'd make a pretty good father. For a Nazi.
The child was born with a club foot. Klaus knew, of course, what that meant. He begged the doctors not to report it to the authorities. When secret police showed up to take the boy away, Klaus and his wife tried to stop them. The wife died from a bullet to the head. The child, too. Klaus could not protect them.
So he blames himself.
I think so. And he will never forgive the Nazis.
Maybe check on Max. See if he's okay. Lost toy. Well, I found you. Toy. All I had was a pine cone and a box of matches.
Just jamming on that guitar. Keeps his mouth covered. I wonder what's wrong with him.
Lost your toys, man.
Amerikanische Trottel.
Fucking execute me, dude. That snoring is Max. Where could his toys be? Maybe there's one back there.
Stop staring, BJ.
You belong to Max. I'll get you home.
Fire truck.
This is great, William. I still need those state records. Can you look in the archives room? I think it's right over there.
Soldier man. They keep the door to the archives, you know, like locked. I think maybe Wyatt has a key.
Appreciate it. Regime crosses the Atlantic. Vancouver, January 3rd, 1947. Earlier this week, a German submarine was sunk in the Cabo Strait, just a few miles off the coast of Cape North. Today, hundreds of ships crossed the Atlantic and the first German troops set foot on Canadian soil. Now is the time to be brave, said the Prime Minister in an emergency radio broadcast. It's now or never. Our boys at the front line need your support to defend our homeland, to defend our freedom. There's so many articles over here. Last Fight in England, Paris, September 17, 1951. The stalwart resistance of the brave people of London has been quelled, claim sources inside London. After the August uprising, which had seemed like the turning point for the resistance fighters, the German tyrants unleashed their latest machine of oppression, a monstrous thing called the London Monitor. Eyewitness reports described the fight as a massacre, with the cobblestone streets drenched in the blood of brave resistance fighters crushed or gunned down by the giant machine. German elite combat units then proceeded to move from block to block, systematically taking out the last remnants of the freedom fighters. London Nautica bombed by terrorists. That was us. London, October 16, 1960. A suicide bomber detonated explosives packed into the trunk of a small car at the entrance to the London Nautica Research Center early yesterday morning, killing dozens of employees working at the facility and injuring hundreds. Officials say it's the first attack they've had in London for years, and it comes just months after the anniversary of the August uprising, where scores of degenerates tried to cast the upstanding citizens of the city into anarchy and mayhem. Royal Air Force down, but not out. Liverpool, June 25, 1945. The text on the left is just not exactly the same as the text on the right. It's a very different date. I'm going to read the left side. The Royal Air Force suffered a major defeat yesterday at the battle over Liverpool. Though major losses were reported on both sides, the Royal Air Force were forced to retreat after losing more than two-thirds of their fighters. But even when faced with overwhelming odds, our brave boys in the skies continue to fight for king and country. This fighting spirit may be what constitutes the very essence of Englishness. Us Englishmen, we fight until the very end, said a corner shop owner trying to put out a fire raging inside St. Luke's Church. And I'll be damned if I'll let some Jerry come here and tell us what to do. Was this man channeling the spirit of Royal Air Force pilot Jameson? Jameson, who was shot down above Liverpool yesterday, burst out of his burning wreckage, his body on fire and armed only with a pistol, and killed 4 German paratroopers before finally succumbing himself. Even as the enemy stands at our doorstep, the Royal Air Force will go to hell and back to kick him out of England. Jolly good, boys. I agree. Jolly good. Triumph in the East. Berlin, April 4, 1947. It was a devastating defeat for the Red Army when the German flag was raised on the western side of the River Volga this morning. In a statement to our reporter on site, Field Marshal Friedrich Ritter said that the victory is not only thanks to our hard-working and dedicated troops, but also the result of a new weapon that was deployed for the first time in battle. The Panzerhund is a mechanical, autonomous beast of war that cannot feel fear and cannot feel remorse. It is the purest form of killing machine, and it will tear the Russians apart, limb by limb. The Reds surrender. Moscow, December 12, 1946. The cold Russian winter bites hard, but no one can tell looking at the rosy smiling faces of the victorious German army and the liberated Russian people. Liberated. The last battle against the Red Army took place in Izhevsk, following their month-long campaign to seize the Russian capital. A campaign which, after numerous setbacks and hundreds of civilian casualties, caused the Russian people to turn against their own army. Wow. With nightly bomb raids by the German Air Force on the Red Army's military factories in the Ural region, it was merely a matter of time before the Russian forces would start to lose their morale. The murderous tyrant Joseph Stalin is yet to be found, but there are rumors circulating that he may have been assassinated by his own men. Stalin kind of deserved that. Victory in Asia, Berlin, July 8, 1948. Early Monday morning, a special assault team launched an attack against the last stronghold of the People's Liberation Army. Within hours, the Republic of China surrendered unconditionally. Experts commented that the Japanese government now have no choice but to give up their territorial claims in Asia. Sources close to Field Marshal claimed that a plan is being drawn up for both China and Japan, which will transition the two countries into separate states with separate governments and military. Those states will, of course, be supremely governed by the superior German Empire. Extra! Prisoners escape Eisenwald. Berlin, October 13, 1960. Early morning, a small group of prisoners escaped from Eisenwald prison. The prisoners were described by the police as highly dangerous murderers, rapists, and degenerates. They advised the public to stay alert for people displaying deviant behavior and report anything that may help them track down these individuals. Finally, the British tyranny comes to an end. German. That's the next line. London, June 21, 1948. As if blessed by the sun, the German flag hung high this morning over Buckingham Palace to mark the end of a tyrannical monarchy which has plagued the English people for centuries. Field Marshal Gerald Feigenbaum, who led the British invasion, there's an extra A in that, cautioned that armed resistance is to be expected, but the majority of British people will soon realize how they've been fooled by the British government's warmongering leaders. Following the surrender, the whole of the Commonwealth now falls under German rule, and the remaining armies have been ordered to stand down. Moscow in flames. Stockholm, March 16, 1945. The Red Army were forced to retreat last night from Moscow and be engulfed by flames following a week-long German bomb raid. Excuse me. The barrage of mortar fire heard throughout the night and well into Thursday morning seems to have obliterated what was left of the inner parts of the city. As of yet, there's been no word on the whereabouts of either Joseph Stalin or his high command. Fire truck. You guys seen a fire truck? Anybody seen a fire truck?
Wyatt, I need the keys to the archives. You got them?
Yes, I think so. Perfect. Just gosh dang perfect.
What do you got there?
Dog tags. Wing Commander Fergus Reed of the Royal Air Force. Took those off of his dead body, wanted to return him to the RAF, but then there was no RAF.
Best damn pilot I ever saw and a hell of a soldier.
I'm not cut out for this, you know?
Cut out for what?
This. Everything. I was 18 years old, and suddenly the war was lost. Everything good in the world died. Somehow I was the one supposed to pick up the pieces and keep the resistance going, take on the whole gosh darn Nazi empire. You think I was ready for that kind of responsibility? My ignorance got so many good people killed. Remember Private Prendergast? You know, that guy, he could survive anything. So tough. Well, I got him killed, sent him out on a mission, and he never came back. I just didn't know any better. Wing Commander Fergus Reed. He wouldn't know what to do. He could have saved so many.
I made the wrong choice.
You made a stupid choice! Yes, you did! You left a boy in charge of a man's work. I should have died on that day, Captain, on that slab, and Fergus Reed should have lived. I'm not a child anymore, Captain. I know when mistakes were made. There. Leave me alone now, you hear?
up here again. Fire truck. Red fire truck. Don't know.
Another toy on the run.
Of course, it was where I hadn't gone yet. Sleep well, you big oaf.
Thank you, William. Give me some time to analyze this. I think I'm onto something.
Find what you were looking for in the archives?
Yep. Got something.
Uber concrete. The essential building material of the Reich. It's based on a .E-shoot technology. It's almost perfect, but it's deteriorating through time, developing mold. Someone is tampering with the mix, someone who knows its secrets. I analyzed it and found a trace of this type of limestone that exists only in northern Croatia. Now, look at this. The name Set Roth. It appears 3 times in .E-shoot documents. According to official records, he's been detained in 1941 in Łódź and sent off to a forced labor camp in Belice in northern Croatia. Now, this is where things get interesting. The labor camp excavates limestone from a quarry for manufacture of Uber concrete. I believe this is the place where we'll find Set Roth, a living member of .E-shoot.
Problem is, there are so many unknowns. This is an old man. Chances are he's dead already. We can't assault a site of this magnitude and hope to locate him before the whole damn Nazi army arrives.
What is the plan?
Someone needs to go in there and find him. Go undercover.
Any volunteers?
You ready for this, Blaskovich?
Of course.
So stupid. I was arrogant. No one is ever ready for something like this.
Frau Engel, was ist mit dem hier?
Zu massiv. Der frisst uns die Haare vom Kopf.
Nee, der kommt mir irgendwie bekannt vor. Der sieht wie ein Schwerbeiter aus. Bitte, Frau Engel.
Wolfgang, der hier.
Jawohl, Lagerkommandant. Durch die Tür, Sausack!
Leg den rechten Arm in die Maschine.
Human beings. Like cattle in this place. Need to stay calm. Remember the mission. Find, set, Roth. Count to 4. Inhale.
Durch die Tür nach draußen.
The first day is tough, my friend. Clear to accept. It gets no easier, me. Now I can remember near how many weeks long, months maybe. Not many survive for long. I was fighting the Nazis in Africa. I held them back for a while, ma. It didn't look. It was too strong. Now I just try to survive, day for day.
I'm looking for a man called Set Roth.
I have heard of him. Survived in here longer than any other. He's in Block 4. Jay want to go there? Jay need a rector uniform. Look for a prisoner over there, by your right, dressed in a Block 4 uniform. Say now, Miss Milo. I heard his wife is quartered in our block. Maybe that will convince him to trade uniforms, met yo. But they need to distract the guards first.
Nice.
Think a way to distract the guards. They watching you closely. Break your machine, the guards went crazy, but good trick if you want the guards off your back.
Milo, I know where they keep your wife.
What? Who are you?
I'm in the same block as her.
You sure? She's not dead. Oh God, she lives.
If you're willing to swap uniforms, you can find out for yourself.
Okay. Hurry.
Na, wie sieht's aus? Können wir wieder anfahren? Die Lager sind geschmolzen. Brauchen wir unten ein paar Mechaniker. Die kommen erst morgen wieder. Naja, dann machen wir Schluss für heute, oder? Ja. Komm, gehen wir saufen. Warum denn nicht? Aufgemerkte Feinde! Die Fabrik ist heute geschlossen. Kehrt sofort in eure Quartiere zurück. Insassen von Block 4 durch das rote Tor. Insassen von Block 6 durch das blaue Tor.
I hope they find what they seek, my friend. My name is Bombate.
William J. Blaskowitz. Be safe out there.
Safe.
Und das Tor
Tor nach draußen.
Heard of places like this. Auschwitz, Buchenwald, from east to west.
See the knife. Turn around and look down. Just stay up.
You! Have you seen my daughter?
Set Roth?
Look at this Shimshin. So much muscle, a physique. What for combat?
You said Roth?
I'm not sure yet. What do you know of Set Roth?
You thought you should.
Source of the Nazi technology. I'm here to rescue you.
You're here to this is wonderful. He's here to rescue me. Who will rescue him? And then, get your weg, Shimshin. Don't waste your time. I swore an oath to never betray the secrets of Das Yichud.
Oh, fuck your oath. People are dying. The Resistance calls on you.
So it's a transaction of sorts, right? My personal freedom for the secrets I swore to keep. Sacrifice my honor on the altar of righteousness? Well, permit me a moment to consider, Shimshin. Here's my proposition to you. Aid me in closing this place down and I will seat you and your comrades at the table of true power.
Deal.
I've been working on a little project. That machine there, it moves because of stolen Das Yichud technology. I know it very well. Now this... Don't look at this so bluntly. This I can seize control over that machine, level the gates of this place free. Everyone, I only miss one more part.
Name it.
That's a power source. Now, that machine, well, its electrical systems are powered by a detonic battery. You can find the detonic battery at the service station at the command building. It's in a different block, Block 6. If you can disable the automatic security systems monitoring the exits, you'll be able to make it into Block 6. I believe that there, at the guards barracks, there's a control module. It controls the security systems. Find a way in. Locate the control module. Disable the systems. Come back to me.
And we have our mission. We're going to cut this video a little bit short. I don't think we have time in our hour block to handle everything that Old Set wants us to do. We'll get that in the next video. So, in this video, Anya asked us to find a sample of the so-called Uber concrete and a file that outlined the German prisoners between 39 and 45. So we find both of these things, and from it she extrapolates the information that the concrete is degrading because she believes there is someone undermining the operation. The limestone that is used in the concrete formula is only available in Croatia, which she linked the name Set Roth to a labor camp in Croatia. So we have been sent in to find Set Roth and rescue Set Roth. Now he wants us to save everybody. That's the price. We want him, we save the whole camp. And we'll do that next time. So yeah, if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment. We can have a chat in the comments about everything that you've seen. I'm more than happy to talk about any of it, even if it's the rat from the old blood. Whatever. Yeah, I hope you're having fun. We'll see you in the next video. In the meantime, enjoy yourself. Bye-bye.